dark web is killing thousands every year.
In 2010, around 40,000 people died from drug overdoses in the United States. Quantifying
40,000?
the importance and
That's
meaning
it?
of individual human life in a single statistic is impossible. But that number might already
I just
seem
feel like it was a
high,
lot higher.
especially if you
40,000
knew
is
those
still
people.
like too much.
But it gets worse.
Okay.
So much worse. In 2021, more than
That
100,000
little
people
Dicky?
died from drug overdose, and that number seems to continue to increase each year.
Am I tripping?
Pinpointing an exact reason behind these rising numbers is complicated, but it all starts with these 5 words: fentanyl and the dark web.
Fentanyl in the dark
According
web.
to a UCLA
Bro,
study,
what are you like?
fentanyl,
Why does it
a
keep doing
synthetic
that?
opioid that's 50 times stronger than heroin,
50
was responsible for around
God
2% of drug
dang!
overdose deaths in
Sound like
2010.
me.
In 2015,
Get
the first spike
up,
of deaths
get
as a result of
upright.
fentanyl overdose happened. It remained localized in the eastern United States for several years until 2019, when it localized
Bro, is this like a corner store dentist?
in the eastern United States for several years until 2019, when it made its way across the country. Suddenly, everyone was exposed and death rates skyrocketed.
Yeah.
As of 2021, a staggering 66% of drug overdoses were as a result of fentanyl, and that number
Okay.
keeps rising. Now you might say, what's the problem? If people take drugs, they should be willing to face the consequences, and while you may be right,
Fair.
the problem is that most people who are dying from fentanyl overdose aren't even aware they're consuming it.
Yeah, I was about to say,
And
yeah.
it's all because of one group of people.
Oh.
The fentanyl kings of the dark web, criminal gangs who have figured out how to manufacture and distribute fentanyl illegally. Because fentanyl is much cheaper to produce than other drugs, they've begun lacing it with those other drugs and selling them to unsuspecting users.
So then they
This
get more
is the true
addicted to
cause
it.
of the fentanyl crisis. Between 2010 and 2021, the amount of drugs used didn't double, nor did the number of users. In fact, drug use hasn't increased very much, it's just become much more lethal. There is a solution, but it's a rather radical one that requires an open mind to even consider. What if we controlled the supply itself instead of trying to control the suppliers? If you can't beat
True.
them, join them, if you will. It could be that the only way to truly protect people from tainted drugs is to start right at the source by controlling the supply itself and having it produced and distributed legally.
Yeah.
It might sound like a crazy idea, but it's actually being considered by governments worldwide right now. In December 2023, lawmakers in the Swiss capital, Bern, proposed a pilot project.
Bro, because the problem with, like, making drugs illegal is that people are going to do it regardless. Like, baseline, people are going to do drugs. Baseline, people are going to, like, it's like weed, for example. Like, baseline, people are going to do weed. Like, people are going to smoke weed, people are going to get high regardless, right? So why not just make it legal so that way you can remove a lot of the risk involved with it? Because, like, people get off for this. People's lives are ending not because of them doing the drug. It's because of, like, moving it, and then you got the kingpins involved and all that. Like, it's all the, like, the business side of it, right? People are making money because it's illegal. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And if you remove that, and then that way anyone can just buy it, right, legally, because the states where it's legal, I'm pretty sure the death rates are a lot lower in those states, drug-related, than, you know, the other places. But then, what is it, like, there's this, isn't there a city in Canada or whatever? We had watched the video on that one city that legalized, like, all drugs. That was crazy. Now, that was crazy. I don't know about all that, but I want all kids to do drugs. I mean, they gotta try it at least once.
The sale of small amounts of cocaine for recreational use. In January 2024, the mayor of Amsterdam supported a similar idea to create a regulated, healthy, and
What's it,
controlled market
Amsterdam?
for hard drugs. And now, the movement
I
has
don't know
landed in North
where
America
it was. I forgot
to
the
a
video.
public company called PharmaDrug.
Pharma.
But for them, it's more than just an idea. They're already developing a biosynthetic pharmaceutical-grade version of cocaine that
What?
could be a game-changer for harm reduction. Their goal is to promote a safer, traceable, and quality-controlled option that could really improve public health outcomes.
What?
It sounds radical, I know, but once you get past the stigma surrounding the idea, it really does start to make sense. And it's not just
Bro, if I see my grandma taking her pills and all her vitamins and everything, and then she does a line of synthetic legal cocaine on the kitchen table before dinner, I don't even know what I would do, bro. I literally don't know what I would do. I would be like, like, what?
Some unreal dream of the future, it's already picking up traction. Pharmadrug is listed in Canada on the CSC and in the US on the OTC. They just filed for patents, and they're teaming up with a licensed lab with a plan to roll out a commercial batch of their biosynthetic cocaine within the next year. If all goes well, this timeline will align with new opportunities from new markets for regulated substances and decriminalization trends worldwide. Say what you want about drug use, but it is undeniable that a regulated, controlled supply will save lives. The approach isn't all that crazy when you think about how the opioid crisis exploded. Gone are the days of drugs being distributed on street corners or from corrupt doctors. Many now come from a much more sinister place: the dark web. Drug buyers no longer need a back alley to sell drugs. People don't need to steal from pharmacies or doctors' offices to get pills. They can
People
see
do
it on
that?
their computer or on their phone.
It's probably gonna sound crazy, but I've literally never thought about that. That's never crossed my mind, ever. Being in the doctor's office and then, like, stealing pills and needles and shit. Like, I've never even thought about that until just now. This is the first time that thought has ever entered my mind. I never thought about that being a possibility. But that makes a lot of sense,
though. Drug of choice and have it delivered to their home, using special browsers and software that...
Being so excited, you're just like, oh boy, it's Tuesday. My package is about to come in. I'm about to get my fentanyl from dark web. Like, what, bro? I can't even imagine.
Conceals your IP addresses.
So I do that.
Users are hard, if not almost impossible to trace.
Nigga needs to get banned from the fucking hospital.
This makes it the perfect place for secret shops to sell illegal substances. Unsurprisingly, this poses a massive challenge for law enforcement, which is trying to crack down on the illegal drug trade. The dark web leads investigators.
Why do hackers always wear hoodies?
The game of whack-a-mole as they try and stamp out anonymous markets, only to see new ones pop up. One software called Tor routes user data through servers worldwide, disguising your IP address. This means that communications between the buyer and seller end up scrambled, for lack of a better term. Then you add crypto as a means of monetary exchange, and you can see why it's almost impossible to regulate our way out of this mess. All of this has helped fuel the fentanyl crisis. The dark web offers an accessible vehicle to buy drugs and opens up the sellers to a whole market that wasn't there before. The people who are curious but not about to commit a crime out in the open. Now they can do it from their couch. Yes, the dark web has benefits. Whistleblowers who work in government or other industries can alert journalists to important facts without being identified. People in authoritarian regimes might use the dark web to avoid detection or having their internet tracked. But the same features that make the dark web appealing for people who are trying to stay safe lure in drug traffickers to avoid police surveillance. By now, the dark web is so global that even municipal police officers have to look globally to track down shipments and transactions of illegal drugs.
Facts.
And if one site gets shut down, another one inevitably will take its place.
Always.
But before...
Side note, that's what I think about TikTok. TikTok's gonna get banned in the US because, of course, China's not selling the US. I mean, it's not gonna sell TikTok to a US company. US is literally just gonna make their own version of TikTok, and it'll probably get big. It might not. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? I know you almost done downloading Infinite Grind Showcase on Legend. Haven't seen none of the Myra Story Showcase. I started the male one. The female one, I know nothing about it. Like, I haven't seen anything about the female My Rise. But yeah, I fell off at WDB. I'm not gonna lie, I fell off. I finished Showcase though. I finished Showcase. I just play a lot of My Faction. Like, I was doing that last year too. I just play a lot of My Faction, beating people up online, and then like, that's really all I do. My Faction got ranked too though. I might try to like really take it seriously. I don't know. I kind of fell off. I haven't played in like a month. I might get back on it though. I got it on PS5.
Dealers have to decide to use it. Fentanyl doesn't end up in shipments of cocaine by mistake. So why lease it in there if the chance for fatality is so high?
Facts.
Some dealers think they can mitigate the risk by measuring fentanyl carefully. If done correctly, fentanyl can help create a stream of return customers because it's so addictive. This explains why it's so often found in cocaine or in counterfeit Xanax and Adderall. It's more addictive than those drugs themselves, so it keeps people coming back for more. Also,
I don't have addictive personality, chat. Could I take like a sample size of fentanyl and like be good afterwards, or would I get addicted to it?
The capitalist argument. It's cheaper than the other opioids. A small fraction of fentanyl can mimic the high of larger doses of other opioids like heroin or painkillers.
Will be a better place.
Dealers will use simple binding agents.
Okay, I don't know if it would be a better place because I don't know if it would be a better place, but it would definitely be a little bit more, not safe, but like it would be a little bit more, it would be a little better. It would be a little better. It wouldn't be a lot better, but it would be a little bit of a better place. It would be. Only thing I do is wait. I don't drink liquor tastes nasty to me. You have to find the right one or the right combination. Like, there's only certain, like, drinks that I'll drink straight. A lot of the times I just mix. But people say it gets better the older you get. That's cap. Unless I'm just not, like, in my 40s yet, I guess. But some of that shit is just fucking disgusting. Like, beer, I don't think I'll ever get to the point where I love beer, bro. Beer tastes disgusting. But nah, I mean, I drink every now. I only drink with my friends though. I don't sit down like, oh, I'm so depressed, and we crack open a beer and drink while I watch the Golden State Warriors lose another fucking playing game. Like, I don't do things like that. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
when they make counterfeit,
watch Clay go 0 for fucking 10 in the playoffs.
Potency of fentanyl
like
also
that.
makes
Like,
it a really easy drug to traffic. A formerly incarcerated dealer claimed that he could make over 10 times the amount of counterfeit pills when he used fentanyl instead of other drugs on their own. Even though fentanyl is heavily regulated in hospitals or other medical settings, it's not regulated at all on the internet, much less the dark web. So, small mistakes by uneducated, malicious, or ignorant dealers can be fatal. The big question is, can we stop it?
Not necessarily, unless you were
Of course, to do that, we need to know who the
yourselves.
people behind these dark websites are. The operations. Just like the infamous drug lords like Pablo Escobar or El Chapo, there are kingpins running the dark web trade as well. It all started with a site called Silk.
It's like, Golden State will have you drinking beer. No, I'm not gonna lie. The Lakers would probably have you drinking beer more though, because Golden State, we've been trashed the whole season, right? The Lakers have nothing but potential. Anthony Davis has been the healthiest he's ever been this whole season, and y'all still can't get shit together, bruh. So, like, it's really y'all, bruh. It's really the Lakers, bruh. The Lakers really, like, that. The Lakers will have you drinking, bruh. Because the Lakers have nothing but potential, bruh. And it's just like they just can't seem to get it right for some reason. I don't know, bruh. I don't know. Y'all got a lot of potentials. It's not even just LeBron. LeBron's, like, old. He's not the best player on the team anymore, right? Or at least he shouldn't be the best player on the team anymore. D'Angelo Russell, I don't know what it is. He just got to go back to the Timberwolves or something, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Some games he be trying to hoop, and in other games he be scoring 0, and you're just like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I think he be forgetting he in the league sometimes, bro. That's what Kuzma used to do, bro, when he was on the Lakers.
The first large-scale dark web drug market.
The Lakers be down bad, bro.
In 2011. They
like...
received a lot of media attention, and eventually,
the Pistons,
step in and shut it down in 2013.
Shit, all the teams in Detroit will have you doing, like, bro, what? If you a fan of any of them teams, bro, you're down bad. Actually, no, I think Michigan's like college team is good though, right? Isn't that the Wolverines? I think they're pretty good though, right?
Took its place.
And like all the sports,
Alphabet popped up and was shut down in 2017.
I don't know about baseball though.
Has recently
maybe Michigan
back
is
to the top.
Good at baseball.
Dream Market was also a popular market until it was shuttered in 2019.
Dream Market.
Its inner workings can tell us a lot about how these sites function. Dream Market had around 100,000 listings and at the time was the biggest dark web shopping center for drugs. More than half its listings were for illicit substances, although it also sold things like designer clothes, counterfeit money, and stolen online.
They selling designer clothes? Yo, is Ultra in here, bro? Is Ultra here? Nah. Oh, he is. Ultra, you buying that? You getting some Cardi hoodies off of the dark web? They might be on sale, bro.
Banking information.
Yo, a dark web shopping stream would go crazy. We're not buying drugs or anything like that, but like buying things on the dark web, I'm assuming they're cheaper. I might have to set that up. A dark web shopping stream, and then we get our shit delivered in like a golden crate, like it's a Fortnite chest. That shit would be kind of tough.
The shopping experience is similar to what most of us experience when we need a new yoga mat or that random piece that broke off your fridge. Buyers can go to any of these sites, search the inventory, and pay in crypto, and the drugs will arrive on their doorstep.
Crypto.
And like the typical online shopping experience, buyers can leave reviews for vendors and products. Let's say you're buying a new TV. You might go online and read some reviews, look for the best deal, or see which retailers are the most reputable for what you're looking for.
Right.
The worst case scenario is you might buy a shoddy TV. But on the dark web drug markets, the worst case scenario is you buy drugs that are laced with something like fentanyl that could kill you. The reviews might read like an old product on Amazon, but they are as consequential as it gets.
Why that nigga built like the sun from fucking Breaking Bad, bro? I don't know why I just got that vibe from looking at that nigga. You gonna order a rocket launcher for the dark? Okay, that's not. I don't even think like whoever is delivering the rocket launcher, like to your house, they probably need to be investigated too. Because why are you just carrying this large box that you know can't have anything legal inside of it? What would you even do with a rocket launcher like?
One review on Dream Market of 100 milligrams of the drug carfentanil said it took forever to find a new carfent supplier.
You think that's where Mr. Beast be getting some of his stuff from in his videos? Like, who just owns like 8? What he had like 8 cannons or something, like 8 or 10 cannons. Like, who just owns cannons, bruh? You had to have got that from somewhere, bruh. Nobody's just letting you borrow a cannon, bro. Like, he might have got that from the dark web, bruh. Jimmy, I need your source, gang.
Finally found a good vendor. It's great. It reads innocent enough, but carfentanil is a synthetic opioid used to sedate large animals that is even more potent than fentanyl. 100 milligrams is enough to kill dozens of people. With all the difficulty around taking down sites and kingpins that operate them, there have been some high-profile success stories in curbing the dark web drug market.
I got nothing to say. I got nothing. I was gonna say something, but it would have been worse than that, so I got nothing.
A 40-year-old Indian-British man named Banmeet Singh ran an international drug ring from his home in the UK.
Oh.
He was charged with conspiracy to commit money laundering and to distribute and possess with intent to distribute controlled substances in April 2024.
Why are you
he
laughing?
admitted that from
Okay,
2012 to
not.
2017 he was active on the dark web
That's
drug
not
market,
why I'm laughing.
distributing heroin, cocaine, fentanyl, ecstasy, LSD, ketamine, Xanax, and plenty of other drugs. He had to surrender more than 4,000 Bitcoin, which was valued at more than 245 million.
I was about to say,
and was
yeah, 4,000. What? He had to surrender that? Yo, that's worse than jail, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Just let my dog free, bro. Because that's worse than jail,
given
bro.
the same priority level of threat as El Chapo.
What?
Then there was Operation Spectre, an enforcement operation from the U.S. Department of Justice that ended in May 2023 that was meant to target opioid and fentanyl trafficking on the dark web. The operation resulted in 288 arrests, the most ever for this type of operation, and the seizure of 117 firearms and 850 kilograms of drugs, which also included 64 kilograms of fentanyl or fentanyl-laced narcotics. On top of all that, they also seized 53 million in cash in crypto. This international effort spanned 3 continents to disrupt fentanyl and opioid trafficking, and was accompanied by a public awareness campaign to promote resources for those struggling with substance abuse. The operation's message to criminals on the dark web is, you can try and hide in the furthest reaches of the internet, but the Justice Department will find you and hold you accountable for your crimes. This only furthered the Drug Enforcement Agency's commitment to shutting down the fentanyl and opioid supply chain from beginning to end. They may be committed now, but the dark web keeps growing and growing, and inevitably another kingpin will pop up, and no matter how successful they've been in the past, authorities will just need to start over again. So is it more effective to try and shut it all down, or just control the supply instead? Is a safe legal option like the one Pharma Drug offers the new idea that could mean an end to this vicious cycle? In the 1920s, the US banned alcohol, but people didn't stop drinking. They went underground, and illegal traffickers operated similarly
That's what I'm saying.
to how those on the dark web operate now. Illegal activity increased, there was no regulation, and alcohol that was much stronger and more dangerous than what had previously been for sale became widely available. Are we in this era with the drug trade? And if so, is it time to rethink our approach? The goal is,
it's a good video,
whatever
bro.
means necessary, to save lives.
It's a good video, gang. Usually someone brings up the statistics shouldn't cause you don't think twice about it. It's easy to process. That's what I saw right here. It's just a number, right? I'm not going to talk about it. It's 3 weeks ago. Can't even process it. Someone who lived until they were 17, no life opportunity, never had choices. With my body, but amateurs, right? Sorry, you didn't deserve this. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Jasmine gang. Rip my dogs, bro. All of my friends from school died this way. All of them? Yo. Going to do it anyway? So we might as well regulate it? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, bro. They're going to use it anyways, bro. So if they're going to use it, you might as well just make it so that way it's regulated, bro. Because the people who weren't going to use it before aren't going to use it now because it's legal. Like, they're not going to do it that way. Because if you want to do something, you're going to find a way to get it. You know? So, I don't know, bruh. That's, hey, bruh. That's a tough one, bruh. It's a good video, though, bruh. Good video. Also, kids in the dark web. Okay. Dark web probably ran by the government? That's a hot take. There's definitely spots on the dark web that are for sure like traps for people who, you know what I'm saying? Like the DEA and stuff they be posted on there. But the dark web is so big, bro. There's just no way, bro. There's no way to like regulate it though. But yeah, people do be selling kids on the dark web though. That's
coming
facts.
up.